See, the games that you guys play with your woman and man thing, we don't play that man-woman thing, you know. You guys are all hung up in them soap operas and killing themselves over crazy things that really, you know, it doesn't mean anything. When you peak the peak and you touch the ultimate, then you walk with the ultimate in your soul forever, man. You know, and you can't put a personality on that. You can't say, well, I'll now pronounce you man and wife, you know, and all that thing that was somewhere else, because the rebirth movement that I started don't go back and pick up the same old shit. Excuse my French. You don't go back and pick up the same old trash can. You start all over. And starting all over means starting all over. And when you start all over, it's a constant rebirth thing. It's not going back to Sunday school or the swagger or Baker or the Pope or the road soap. That's all dead. That's all old game. That's all graveyard game. You know that Jesus was a reality. He died so I could live. I'm not going to miss out on that. I'm getting up on that train too. That doesn't mean that I live by a bunch of foolish rules, that a bunch of old people are left by old people that left by old people that... Because let me run something to you. What it took Jesus Christ 2,000 years to do, in thought, in word, in deed, you can do now with television in 2 or 3 months. You see what I'm saying?
You got to reach that order. You can't go, I can't go and tell this man something until I can tell me something. If I'm right within me, then I can tell him what's right within what I think. But each man has to be right within what he thinks, dig? I can't make another man right. The other man got to be right with himself.
The Dina Martins and the Nancy Sinatras and the Captain Sinatra. Will you do it to me? I hear you do it good, honey, and all that kind of when you come up to my house later. So I went through all that, and I seen that was a bigger prison than the one I just got out of, and I really didn't care to go back to prison. See, prison doesn't begin and end at the gate. Prison is in the mind. It's locked in one world that's dead and dying, or it's open to a world that's free and alive. Drugs, LSD, I don't consider a drug. I don't consider powder a drug. Those are more or less religiously significant awareness, mind-expanding apparatuses that come from the intelligence of the universe. The reason that the girls liked me was, hey now, I'm all around you, hey now, up on your heart I can sing through you. And I play and I sing, and they say, hey man, you got soul in that music. And I said, yeah, I play a little bit, you know. I like it. And they said, man, you're really somebody. I said, oh, I am? Well, I just got out of jail. I don't know what somebody is. They like my music. They say, man, we want to get you over. I said, get me over for what? They said, we take you down here to Beverly Hills and we want to get you in with, because you're a star. I said, I'm a what? They said, you're a star. So they took me to the Beach Boys, and I went and I got on the surfboard and I rode around and I looked and I said, gee, Huila Chingasos, this is more trouble than what I just got out of. You got 9, look at yourself. You got to wear that, whether you like it or not. You got to do things. You got to get up and go through all kinds of changes. Whether you want to or not doesn't matter. Your whole life is put in your paycheck. You couldn't pay me all the money in the world to do something I don't want to do. Words have many meanings and they lean on each other, and each person has their own interpretation. I'm not talking about a philosophical hodgepodge of mythological that you learn in school. I'm talking the basic, simple, childish, 5-year-old truth. Yes, Mom, I did, or no, Mom, I did. Hey, wait a minute, listen. If I want to punish you, I'll beat you. But to use you for political and sell your blood, no. I couldn't do that. You deal with the public off the bottom. You deal them what they want to buy and what they want to hear.
You watch TV here?
Yeah, all the time.
You keep up with current events? Do you watch the news? And
I don't watch them, all them little cheap, vicarious old women fears things. All they're doing is selling fear to them old witches, them old broads that live on that vicarious fear. You watch them in the show and you say, any children be broken down by the car and you go, oh. You know, they're all just that. You know, that's silly, man. It's really, that's another thing I'm mad at the whole society about. your minds are all stuck in movies. You can't get to reality unless you go through a movie. You got to make 4 or 5 movies before you get to the reality of it.
You know, you almost hate to think of Manson thinking that he contributed something personally to knowledge about human behavior.
Finish him! Come on!
What would you do?
I give you anything I got for a peace of mind.
You scare people, Charlie.
People are scared. They use me as an excuse. They're afraid of what they don't understand and what they don't know. It makes sense to you people. Helter Skelter is a simple, just confusion. That's been happening. Let me run something to you. You go to jail. The music's going da ba da da da. You go to jail. It stops. You're in jail 10 or 15 years. You get back out and music's going da 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 da. Then you go to jail again. And everything stops. You get back out. You go to jail again, you come back out and go, you say, wow, people are going crazy out there, man. Your minds, I don't know how your brains can keep up with all that, you know. Gee whiz, man, you know. So it's the same thing with your dancing, and you're walking back and forth, and you're living of your every ordinary life. And I see why your children are all committing suicide and going crazy, man, because, because you're running in a crazy world. You got a crazy life going on out there.
What? There's no need to be frightened.
You've got some children, I think 3? What do you want them to think of their father?
It doesn't matter. What? They think of themselves.
Would you, do you have any words of advice for your children? Is there anything you would like to say to them?
Best way to find it out is find it out the way you do it. Everybody's got to do it the way they do it. As your father lets you be yourself.
Passion for death and murder. In our world, he wouldn't be that charismatic. But in the world in which he lived, i.e. the offbeat, dropout world of the hippie, there's no question about it that there was something about him that was magnetic, charismatic, because the kids just seemed to gravitate towards him. And like I said many times before, he didn't have to get up on a horse and start screaming to get attention. So there's something charismatic about Charles Manson in the world in which he moved. Just like probably all of the villains and tyrants of his, he didn't hit everybody. Critics are stoking at places like Chernobyl, the brink of Auschwitz. He's very concerned about health and blind. He was very solicitous about his clerical staff. Manson, I think, genuinely loved animals. So,
Hey, thundering hens, what do you think you're doing?
I'm sorry, Your Excellency. You said you wanted a lot.
We're not to drown in this stuff, Gail. Come here, come. I don't like carelessness.
No, Your Excellency.
You're a slovenly lot, all of you.
Yes, Your Excellency.
Did that hurt, did it?
No, Your Excellency.
Oh, it didn't? Come here, come. What did that hurt, did it?
Oh, Your Excellency. You may hit me again, Your Excellency.
Stupid girl, what are you trying to do?
No, Your Excellency, I cannot be hurt. I've seen the Messiah. I'm following his way, his truth, and you cannot and will not hurt me. Messiah. I've seen him. I've touched him. His name's not to be told to me. Oh! He's come on an ass into the holy city. He is with us and among us, and I'm not afraid.